Good afternoon, Justin O'Keefe from Challenge Force Recruitment. Continue our mission to help parents return to work and support family-friendly and flexible working. So we speak to a lot of parents who have a question about their experience and the relevance of the experience and how do they bridge that experience gap. So typically this would manifest itself in perhaps you stopped working 5 or 10 or so years ago, and we have today, and you feel that you've got no momentum. And how this typically manifests itself is people go into interviews and they're kind of frozen because they feel like they're talking about what they did rather than what they're doing. So what we're going to talk today is how you can think about that gap, how you can go about closing it. So what I'm going to do today actually is we're going to talk about some ideas that a guy called Seth Godin has in a book called Linchpin. So it's called Linchpin, Are You Indispensable, by a guy called Seth Godin. He's an advertising and a marketing thinker or guru. So what he would suggest that is, when you look at how work has evolved, the Industrial Revolution really commoditized many jobs. It's interchangeable accountants and solicitors and teachers, essentially interchangeable. This hasn't been a good thing. However, he believes that the future of jobs belongs to people who stand out rather than people who fit in. And when you think about this, what this really means is that the future, then your next 20 years, your career depends on changes that you make now. And what you've got to do to bridge this gap is to create momentum. And creating momentum means taking risks and doing interesting work, doing work that matters. And if you can do that when you go into an interview, you've got something great to talk about. You've got something interesting. It'll come out in your body language. It'll give you momentum and connections. So what he has this concept of is somebody called a linchpin. And this comes from the fact that he would say that back in the Industrial Revolution, at the top you had management, at the bottom of the pyramid you had workers. And what he suggests is there's actually a third level of people now needed, linchpins. It's people who really, really add value. And he says this is a choice that one makes. So in terms of the skill set needed to be a linchpin, other than the decision, he would say people who are charming and have perseverance, they are princesses. People who are charming and talented are prodigies. People who are talented and perseverance but no charm are frustrated. So he says the linchpin sits in the middle and combines the ability to be charming, talented, and perseverance. Okay, and what he says when you do this is if you draw a chart between the hours of the effort per day and the reward for that, if you look up here, relatively low paid work is work where you follow instructions. Okay, very much Industrial Revolution, is a bit of a commodity. When you're a linchpin, you're looking to move down this. You're looking to not as much effort, but you're creating the value because of your attitude, because of your skill set. It's better paid, and you're this linchpin in the middle. You've decided to create, to add value. He calls it art in the broadest sense of the word. And to be this linchpin, when you think about work, we all want to be told what to do. A great job to many people is just doing what you're told, finishing up. And he says to be a linchpin means not waiting for anyone to tell you. It means going out, doing work that's interesting, using your expertise, your knowledge, your contacts, your depth of experience to go look at problems from a new perspective that other people think are just so, they're just true. So what this means is creating your own momentum, deciding that you're going to make the change, you're going to make the shift. Yes, it's going to take risks. He's going to be taking risks. Yes, there is a chance it may not work, but in doing so, often what manifests itself to people you interact with is your personality and your approach rather than the work. So the work may not work out, the project may fail, it may not get funding, no one might appreciate it, but you're out there creating momentum, creating contacts, being a linchpin, and that's what people appreciate. That's what business needs. So Seth Godin, Linchpin, very interesting read, perhaps a little bit American, but his message is we are all far more than our resumes. We are the work that we do. We are the connections that we build. We are the people we talk to. And if you can do that, this gap disappears. If you can find something to work on, something that interests you, you've got momentum. You've created your own momentum. So I hope this is of interest to you. I hope it helps you think about this knowledge gap. But the days perhaps of someone giving us an opportunity, just like we did, maybe many of us left college in our early 20s, someone gave us the opportunity. Those days, that just may not hold true anymore. And we need to create our own momentum using our own mental approach and our charm, our talent, and our perseverance. So I hope this helps you think about perhaps the gap that you have to solve. Feel free to contact us at 01908 1514 or justin@talentforce.ie. Thanks very much for your time. Take care. Bye-bye.